5 years originally plotted out. What was it like, what were the challenges in the writer's room to start working on a next arc, and what happened to make that happen?
Well, I think I think Eric left us in pretty good shape. You know, if you did 5 years. The way he used to work on the show, and Eric sort of had, I think, a bit of a model, but not nothing that was so chipped in granite of what happened. And every year, Eric and I would go into the room to begin the season with just the two of us, and we would come up with what we thought the story for the year should be, at least what a beginning, middle, and end of the story would be. When Eric left, Sarah and I did the same thing. And then when Sarah left, Jeremy and I did the same thing. And Sarah left us in a terrible, I mean, it was a really provocative ending. Dean stuck in purgatory and Cass nowhere in sight. And I said to her, it's really a great episode. Thanks a lot for leaving, because I have no idea where we're going to go after this. But Jeremy and I sat down. It took us a couple of weeks, and we came up with that season 8, which we were very proud of. We thought that was one of our best seasons.
Hello.
Cheer up.
I was wondering, why isn't there a really cool video game for the PS4 or all the consoles? Or something actual.
That's really out of our purview. I mean, if a game maker came to Warner Brothers and paid enough money and developed a game that Warner's liked, that could certainly happen. I think it's a really valid question, and it seems that it would fit. For me, I always wonder why they wouldn't want to make a feature. But I think there's a mindset, at least as the studio's concerned, that maybe if the TV show is really going well, don't risk losing the audience or the people that follow you by sort of thinning out the possible viewers. I wouldn't be surprised whenever this show ends season 20 and the guys are in wheelchairs, that there might be a video game or there might be a movie. But I think the studio just kind of wants to keep it on television for the time being. Not that I agree with that, but I think that's their idea.
You didn't say television, you said video game.
My question is, what type of major should someone take to be a producer? For example, I'm getting an international relations degree. And will that help, or do you feel a degree in film is the only way to go? Also, is it true that a producer working for a TV show is more involved in the creative parts than in feature films?
Second part first. Television is really a producer's medium. Most of your executive producers are writers, directors, and they really shape what the show is. Features, it's more director's medium. Directors work with the writers, they'll go through a lot of drafts. In television, the producer very, very, very involved in the creative aspects, much more so than in the feature business. And the first part was, I'm sorry?
The first part is what type of major, say I'm getting an international degree, will that help, or do you think only a film degree?
No, I think it's what you want to do, I think, I've always said the only job that you don't need someone's permission for, if you want to direct something, unless you have a lot of money to pay for it yourself, the only job that you don't need somebody's permission is to write. Anybody can go into their room and spend as much time as they want and write a script. And that always, to me, is like a good entree into the business. The other way is to kind of do it the way I did it, which is to just start at the bottom, learn your craft, and seize opportunities as they come along. I've been incredibly fortunate to have been in the right place at the right time any number of times in my career. But there's a saying, talent will out. So I think if you can get in the ground floor of the business in some way and show your talent, it'll pay off.
I was here last night as well, and I just wanted to compliment you on how amazing that was. I love blues. You did such a phenomenal job.